A Northwest Iowa man has pleaded guilty in federal court to being a felon in possession of a firearm. 29-year-old Xavier Ford of Alta pleaded guilty to one count of being a felon in possession of a firearm. The U.S. attorney says Ford has several prior convictions to include drug-related charges from back in Indiana in 2017, along with possession of a firearm as a felon in Buena Vista County from back in 2021. In March of this year, he was pulled over in Storm Lake for his windows being too tinted. Officers smelled marijuana coming from the vehicle. After a search, Ford admitted to having a loaded firearm in his possession. He was arrested and charged in federal court. He pleaded guilty to that charge. Ford faces a maximum sentence of 15 years in federal prison when he's sentenced.